Welcome into beautiful Brighton, Utah for the Utah State Championships presented by MVP Disc Sports. I am Ian Anderson, joined by my man Corey Merle. How's it going, Corey?
Oh, it is going great, Ian. We are nestled up in the mountains just above Salt Lake City for the Utah State Championships Round 1, and we got an absolute killer of a card here.
Yes, we do. We got Joey Kozlowski, Kai Kim, Kessler Martin, and Seth Day. We're flying up a big hole one, Corey. Flies through.
Yes, we are. Par 4. Really a great way to get your round started. Not a ton in your way. A chance to reacclimate yourself with the elevation. You'll see here in just a second that we take a ski lift from about 6,000 or 7,000 feet all the way up to about 9,000 feet. So some serious elevation to deal with. Hole 1, though, the OB is going to be on the left side, so if you air it out a little bit too much, you could find yourself into some trouble, but really free and easy, let it rip, and then approach the green from there.
There is the chairlift, Corey.
It's such a unique part of the tournament. I've never been to a tournament that required like a nice, serene 10-minute trip with my buddies up to the mountain.
You get the chairlift up, but you got to hike all the way down, Corey.
Very true, honestly. And during the week, if you come here, the chairlift actually isn't running. So if you want to play during the week, it's a bit of a hike up as well.
Oh my.
Yeah, definitely a resort-style course. They are off, and let me tell you, the guys are stoked. The community's stoked. Salt Lake City, such a great scene.
Oh, man, huge shouts from our man Chaz, the TD, doing a great job up here. Kozlowski, maybe not doing a great job off the tee, Corey?
No, that's kind of what I was talking about here. A little bit fluffy, and at this elevation, if you don't commit to that nose angle, it is going to lift and launch off to that, hyzer side.
Blessed to have a lefty on the card, and that's Kai Kim.
Crusher, man. People were kind of talking him up a little bit. I think he's relatively new to the Salt Lake area, but, big boy, lefty, he can pull him.
Nice. If you watched last year's coverage, you know this man, Kessler Martin, a fantastic putter. Overall, great disc golfer as well.
I was going to say, glad you mentioned it, man. Really good putter and just a good dude. I've seen him at many tournaments throughout the years. Good to be filming him.
Yeah, great hang for sure. We are looking at Seth Day now. He's got a world record, Corey?
He is. He has the WFDF, the WFDF overhand, technically upside down disc throw record.
Wow.
Sorry in advance for Brian, guys. On second cam, you're going to have to be dodging a little bit.
That's fair. Looking at Kozlowski throwing 3 after the OB drive, trying to scramble up a 4. And he'll have a chance for that from there.
Yeah, definitely. Longer than you want. Going to have a tree or two to contend with, but on the green for par, it's hard to complain.
Day, looking at 2. Wow, Corey, you'll love this spot, man.
I know. It's pretty prime. He hung it out a little bit right, but really you're just shooting into this little hallway, and I think that's going to be a theme with a lot of these holes, kind of from outside throwing into these trees.
Martin into the trees nicely with his second. He'll have a look for birdie.
Like I said, not a ton to really be thinking about. The OB on the left off the tee, but really a nice hole to get your round started on, get some of those, first hole jitters, camera jitters out the way.
With you there, Corey. There was a Kim approach. That should work for birdie.
Yeah, everybody on the
Kozlowski
green.
to clean up par. Yeah, right? Ooh! Somehow goes in, Corey.
Oh, it was a fun one, man. You could tell he was recoiling halfway through the flight.
Oh, man. That's a heck of a putt for your hole 1, Ooh, Martin.
Like
nice
you said, great putter.
Kessler.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredibly solid. Kim for birdie as well.
There you go.
No worries there.
I like Kai's game. He if you watch his putt, kind of reminds me of an Austin Turner. Kind of dips that back knee in and launches it. Great player.
I feel like you're just being lefty prejudiced right now, Corey.
I'd pick your token lefty and assign him that.
Yeah, exactly. That's lazy, Corey. You're better than that.
All right, I'll find a right. I find a really, really niche reference by the end of this.
I love it. I love you for that. Kozlowski loving the result of that putt as it sneaks in left corner pocket.
High entertainment value on that one.
Yeah. Hole 2 looks like it's right there, Corey, but there's more to this hole.
There definitely is. You're throwing about 300 feet. It plays a little bit downhill, so really like a 300-foot straight shot. The issue, though, is the fall line. That drops pretty drastically right to left. So if you kick any of these trees, especially on that righty backhand, it's going to glide for days down the mountain.
Yep.
How about this tree right next to the basket? This is like some Dr. Seuss level stuff.
Love it. I really like this hole. It's got some good technicality to it.
We were talking about how this is one of like 6 signature holes on the course. It's great.
Yeah. Kim up first after the birdie on 1. Will this flip? At the elevation? Not so much.
It's crazy.
Ooh, is that trouble, Corey?
It looks worse than it is. I think it filtered long enough to where it's at least just a reasonable approach.
How about Martin? Ooh, I feel like that kick was nice.
A great kick, right? Right onto this little path.
Yeah, he was started to head down the hill.
Should be noted, there is lots and lots of downhill mountain biking trails that have opened up recently for the season. So this hole is one of the few holes you see that road that is like right on that mountain bike path. So something to consider if you're coming out here and playing on a day-to-day.
Gotcha. Love that shot from Day, missing right. I feel like that's the miss. Kozlowski headed to the same area. Oh.
Nice little
Even
filter
better,
through.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loving that. Kim has a long look at 2. What does he do with it? He lays it up.
Yeah, you can see it's definitely not where you want to be over there, but, you know, he's not really hurting for the 3, I think.
Martin looks to be just outside the circle. Coming down the hill is Dave for 2.
Tough to commit to that putt. You can see the drop-off right behind the basket.
Yeah, Martin coming back for his par. Got a friendly reaction off the basket at least, though.
Very true.
Day did. Yeah, didn't go too far.
Yeah, you caught a glimpse of Peter Mara, sleepy legs there on the left of the frame in that last shot. Having a bunch of fun with the guys out here.
Heck yeah. Some par cleanup, so we've got a birdie look.
Eventually.
Here's the par cleanup, and now the birdie look for Kozlowski.
Looking for a little flip-flop on the first 2 holes. The other 3 getting the first
that's
one.
funny.
Joey taking the second. We're all square. So I will say, you notice that next T sign in the top right of the frame there. Beautiful signage, really clear direction to a lot of these holes. I think it's pretty rare on a mountain course that's as wild as this one.
Yeah, fair enough. Nice spin by Joey there, working for the 2, and we are looking at 3, Corey. Where's the bucket?
We are eventually going to get there after we navigate this network of trees. Definitely the tightest hole on the course. You're really hoping for a pure hyzer. You know, it might feel off the tee like you want it to be flat, just so you're kind of making this gap. But the right to left jump at the end, you know, really lends itself to like the natural hyzer the entire way. So a difficult hole, albeit short enough that a lot of these guys are really hoping to birdie it, I think.
Kozlowski after the birdie. Ooh. Is that early, Corey?
Yeah, it's early. It's not where you want to be.
Fair enough. Kim.
And you can see these logs right off of the tee that really like doesn't allow you to throw a low screamer. You kind of got to get it up in the air.
Mm-hmm. He'll have a long look with a green light.
Yeah.
Martin.
I like this shot. I think
Still outside?
It's still outside. I think it kind of like baits you into throwing this high hyzer, but I really actually like the as low as you can push it and just really try and play that skip.
Can Day get the job done? Whoa.
Well, he got a job done. Yeah.
Going long with the pin there. Kim with a stepper for 2.
Good action.
Honest effort.
Yeah.
Kozlowski. A little bit of action.
Not a friendly roll either.
Martin off the band for his birdie bid, and Day coming back for 2. Nice putt.
Good putt, man. And I will say, like, you know, this hole definitely a backhand-oriented hole, but as far as world record, like, overhand guys, I would expect massive sidearms, but we're not, I don't think, going to see a ton from Seth there.
Interesting. Oh, the roll does cost Kozlowski. Unable to make the comeback, or will pick up a bogey. There's a par for Kim. Should be a par for Mr. Martin as well.
Yeah, these greens, very well-defined lines and, beautiful fairways, beautiful greens. But what that gets you is, a very congested green on a lot of these holes.
Great, look at this birdie out of day. Striping it, Corey. That's perfect.
Great putt. I love his putt stroke, man. A little jerky, a little rigid, but I'll tell you what, smooth.
Quick break. We'll be right back.
I'm here with my 2024 Team Series Proton Tesla. We have the Hummingbird. The Proton Tesla was for me the most pleasant surprise of all discs I got to try last year. If you're looking for a straight, consistent, reliable fairway driver, we have the 9-speed, the Proton Plastic, nice and grippy. I really love how these came out. The Tesla is an absolute staple in my bag, and I think anyone could use this on the course.
My name is Ben Maroff. I'm the owner of Another Round Salt Lake City. Welcome into the shop. The community here in Salt Lake City is far and away the most passionate and welcoming community that I've ever been a part of.
Man, good to see you again.
It's been a really rewarding experience and just like a ton of fun and creative and challenging. It's been everything I've wanted it to be.
We are back to the action. Looking at hole 4. What's our pro play here, Merle?
Oh, we are just hoping not to bogey, frankly. Hole 4 is definitely one of the hardest holes on the course. I had mentioned every hole has clear lines and, pretty obvious routes to the basket. This one, maybe not that so. If you're throwing backhand, you want a late flip and really just a hold in the air through like 2 or 3 of these tree line gaps. Lefty or sidearm has a slightly more pure gap out of the trees, but once you reach this green, you can kind of see that tree blockage on the left. Not ideal for that left to right shot. So, pick your poison. Do you throw sidearm and try and get to C2, or do you throw backhand and really try and rip it?
O'Day did the second, and it did not work out, Corey. Early tree. Kim.
I like this left gap.
Oh my goodness, that looked pure, Corey.
That's about as pure as you could throw it. Hit a little bit of baloney there on the ground to stop him, but that's kind of the play off that left side. It's hard to get it right up to the basket.
Can Martin find a way through? At least a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, clipped a little stuff on the way through, but it punched. Kozlowski.
Love it. Get through.
He crushed it, but just didn't quite have that flip over to it.
Yeah, kept it a little higher than he intended. Day throwing 2 now. Oh, here's the overhand, Corey. It was spicy, but it found an early tree.
It was spicy. He likes to throw those kind of like bullet thumbers to hit gaps, I think. Didn't quite work that time.
Oh no, an errant third. This is a Band-Aid putt for 4 right now for Day. Ooh, that was a quick double, Corey.
It stacked up quickly, like 4 straight throws, didn't even give anyone else a chance.
Yeah. Oh man, Kozlowski gave it a bid for 2. It'll work for an easy 3 at least, though. Martin, can he grab a birdie? He doesn't think so. And he's right. Kim for a stroke on the card.
This is huge, man. Not a lot of birdies in this hole.
Oh no. Off the band. It's a small band too.
You're right. It's like half-size band. You're going to catch that?
Yeah. The bleeding is over for Day. Gets the double home. Rest of the gang should clean up par here.
Yeah, you can tell just, off these drives, really like walking home with the 3 is you're not hanging your head,
No, not at all, man.
Good group of guys, man. I want to express that again, dude. The card, just such good vibes. Everybody's super chipper, happy. I think this is one of those tournaments everybody's looking forward to in the area all year long.
Awesome, man. And Kim looks young.
He is young. Not like child style young, but
yeah, but like 18-ish.
Not my era young. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But
like,
really,
could be my
great
kid young.
Literally, he does not. He looks like an older Max. I'm not gonna lie.
Look at a hole 5. What's our play, Corey?
Par 4, very tricky off of the tee. That's kind of where you're going to do most of your work here. You got to hit that gap I just flew on the drone there if you're righty and really trying to just play it standard. You could play a big left side Annie, but it's kind of cuckoo. The second shot, though, is not pure, I would say. There are several small gaps. I am flying the left side. If you find yourself all the way to the left, you can thread this little needle. I think the majority of the field, in hindsight now, is going to play the right side of the fairway. It's just that the gaps are smaller and it's just a little more plinko-y.
Going over the top is Kim and finds a tree. Where are we going, Corey? Is this working at all?
Not much, not very far. It kind of clipped it, aired up, right side of the fairway. He's not buried, so he can chuck it down there, but it's just not as far as he wanted.
Martin's showing you the turnover line, but it doesn't work on the corner.
And you can see like
Kozlowski?
567 of distance is not major. So as long as you get outside of these trees, you're not like out of birdie range per se,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kozlowski's fine. That was, 200, 250?
Exactly.
Straight up in the air. Day showing off the overhand.
And it is going.
Whoa, dude. Whoa, Corey.
I couldn't believe how far that went. It was straight up out of his hand.
Holy. He threw that like 550.
Did you?
He's like pin eye right, isn't he?
I mean, it was probably like seriously 515,
Wow, that is remarkable. Martin trying to get in?
Yeah, and you can see...
In the trees.
He's in the trees, and you can see just like, if you're that far back, there is a way to get in, but you're really just like throwing it at the trees and hoping for the best.
Yeah. Kim going over the top with his second. Trying to spike one in at the right spot.
And watch out, Brian.
Ooh.
Yeah, you could see it come down there. Yeah, a little short. Tricky putt farther than you want for sure.
Kozlowski. Yeah.
You can see
the little poke and hopey on that second, Corey.
Exactly. You can see why I flew the left side with the drone there.
Yeah. Ooh, a forehand. Was that a forehand roller?
Thumber roller.
Like a thumber roller?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Amazing technicality out of day.
Yeah, didn't quite find the gap, but he did as much as you could hope for. He put it on the right angle.
Martin for birdie. Ooh, striping it.
Dude, it was such a good putt, man. Lining up through the gap, it was like just, it was meant to be.
It kind of was. I love putts like that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody give me a fist bump.
Right.
Kim, looking for birdie. Awkward look, though. Ooh. You love the effort.
You love the effort. Tried to make it,
Yeah. Kozlowski. Trying to spin it in, but not to be for him either. Day. Good par.
Good par, honestly. From all the way to the right side, just kind of went I would say like classic technical, but just got himself in position, pitched up, move on.
That one almost slid through the bucket for Joey, but does nestle. About the perfect log basket holder. Or is it a bunch of logs? It is a bunch of logs.
It's a bunch of logs. And really, shouts to the TD, Chaz, who works at Brighton, and this is kind of his baby, one of his main jobs is keeping this course up and designing it. And he has done an absolutely wonderful job. If you watched the coverage last year, there's a handful of holes, I believe 6, that are different for this year. And from everything I can tell, everyone loves the changes. It seems that it's pretty universally loved here.
Love that, man. What's our shot shape on 6, Corey?
Really just keep it straight. Lefty, righty, doesn't necessarily matter as long as you're just throwing a straight shot, essentially like at this double tree. You can see this little swampy, marshy part that the drone is flying now. There's a little bit of a patch of OB. It's a like a wetlands restoration technicality that Chaz is going to look at in the future for seeing if he can remove. But right now, there is that tricky little OB in the middle. So if you kick a tree, could get bad.
Martin up first.
Kick right.
Was that enough, Corey?
Not really. He kicked that tree, dropped him short. Over the OB, but not really in birdie position.
Okay. The Kim shot is shaping. Oh my goodness.
Roped that thing.
That works.
That works very well, yeah.
Kozlowski.
You know, you can see what you're really doing here. That hill up on that the basket is on, you can really just jam it into the side of it. So I think these guys are all going to be throwing a little bit harder than maybe they would on an open hole of this length, you know?
Day sneaking past and almost in, Corey. Whoa.
Untraditional line, really worked it off to the right. You can see the mountain bikers.
Nice. Looking at Martin.
I love me a
forehand
shared
putt.
space, dude. I'll just say it. Like,
Yeah,
as somebody from
right.
Golden Gate Park, I know it can be kind of weird to have to wait a second, but I don't know. I like the land's for all, man. Like, let's just all have a good time.
With you, man. Forehand putts always fun.
It gave
More
me a
fun
chance.
when they go in. He
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
That was online, man. Really impressive. Honestly, it had some touch too. You know, usually mine are going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Whereas, you know,
just roping them.
yeah. Nice putt by Kim. 2 under, clean so far. Not easy to do on this track.
No, I was gonna say, really, like, the birdies are there, but most of these holes have bogey opportunity. So keeping a scorecard clean, I think, is like mission number 1 out here.
Day with a nice birdie, helping to erase that double a couple holes back. Kozlowski.
Well,
Yeah, they whole carded really. Everybody under par now after the birdie from Joey.
so as we were all like gathering for our round and you know, they were practice putting and we are just you know, checking scores and that sort of thing, there was somebody from AM1 who came in with a 5 under, and that was rated 10-15. So that was kind of
Wow.
like, that was what everybody was, you know, thinking about as far as like score numbers.
Oh, I see
so
that.
something to consider as we're making our way through the round.
Oh, I like that reference point.
Good form, man. He really does. He has raw power using all of his body. Good form. Clearly came up in the YouTube area.
Yeah, must be nice.
I know.
Hole 7. What do we do, Corey?
An absolutely lovely par 4. This hole is new for this year. Last year, after hole 6, you kind of turned to the right. This next 2 or 3 holes are all engaging new parts of the property compared to last year. There is OB that you have to clear kind of down in these trees, but essentially you want to go left of the tree, you know, make the gap, and then pull it to the right as far as you can, because your next shot is just going to get shorter the further right you can get. Obviously, the green is a little bit guarded in this little tree cove, similar to hole 1, but definitely enough room to navigate. You know, even if you're a little off, you should have a relatively open putt.
Cool hole. Awesome addition, Chaz.
Very cool hole.
Kim, lefty advantage on this one. At least off the tee.
Should be noted, there is a Mando on the leftmost tree of this gap, so no, Seth, you cannot just blast a thumber over the whole thing.
Lovely looking drive by Kim. He's in position to attack. Kozlowski.
Yeah, that'll be really good. I love that.
Joey playing these new holes blind, too. Should be noted. I don't think he got a practice round in this year. He played last year, but, you know, it's tough playing these holes blind.
Yeah. Day?
Woo.
All right.
Close,
Yeah, it was.
but crushed.
Okay.
In the middle, at least.
Yep. And now Martin.
Martin does such a good job at controlling, like committing to that nose down Annie turn angle. You know, we saw it on 1, saw it here. It's a good shot.
Going over the top with his second is Day.
Quicker.
Can it plinko to the right spot? Is it, Corey?
Yeah, ish. It's right there off to the right, maybe 35 feet long left of the basket from this perspective.
Okay. The Martin approach.
Yeah.
that
probably
just
a little
wide?
right. Yep. That same shot, but, 8 degrees to the left is great.
Kim.
It's too far left.
And he's a little early. But that works.
Yeah, not bad, actually. I thought it was going to, break off a little bit lefter than it was, too.
Kozlowski.
Way long on his tee shot, but nice hyzer approach.
Popular spot over there. Martin from the fairway for 3, excuse me.
Bit of a, I'll say, a bit of a lazy approach there. Probably not focusing in as much as he should have been.
Yep. Kozlowski for 2. He's got the focus on.
Yeah, Joey
Not enough,
wants
Corey.
it. Not enough, not enough.
Yeah, he does. He's intense out there. I liked watching him. Martin. Ooh, covers up the approach nicely with that putt.
Good par save.
Totally redeeming himself.
I feel like you can tell the putting is the strong suit of Kessler's game there.
Yep, absolutely. Kim, a nice birdie. And Day will have a look to match that 2. Or 3. We'll get there
Birdie,
eventually.
we'll say.
Yep. Nicely done, Day.
Good putt, man. Backhand, overhand putt. Just your classic birdie.
Joey cleans up par.
Yeah, Joey's got Wyoming roots, so Brian Geis, our catch cam for the tournament, and him were catching up before the tournament.
Oh, nice. Clean spin out of Kessler. Just enough. Jump in.
Look at that wiggle on the basket. It's like shock absorption.
Hole 8 looks like it's right there.
Oof. Okay, it is technically right there. This is one of those holes that the drone just does not quite capture the elevation. It is very much straight up this hill. 3 options though. You can go with the up the gut route that the drone is flying here. The really steep hyzer shot off to the right of a couple of trees just off the tee that you'll see. And then a couple of our players are going to throw the left side, whether it's sidearm or lefty backhand. The up the middle shot seems the most pure, but I think whatever you can do to get it up there is going to be fine.
Okay. Kim going round the outside. Circle's edge.
A circle's edge, and I think that's a pretty common place on this one. It's really hard to get it on the pin.
This not common though from Day.
Not common, nor is where that landed, which is 5 feet from the tippity top of the tree.
Oh.
It's so far up there.
Are we doing 2 meter here?
No 2 meter, no 2 meter. So he's on the green. He's got about a 35 footer from a weird bushy stance.
Okay. Looks like Joey came up a little short as well.
A little short.
Martin going right at it. Just missed the line.
It's so hard to keep that nose kind of down to get the turn when you're going so far uphill.
Oh, the long look at 2 doesn't connect, but it was close. Kozlowski also looking at birdie. Kim. Dries up just short, man. Can Day grab a stroke on the card?
Yes, sir. He's birdieing, man.
He is, isn't he? Just that one blemish back on hole 4.
Caught the magenta on 4, but a lot of green on that little scoreboard there.
With you. Rest of the gang should tap in par here. Martin.
There you go. Great comeback.
I think I saw Kim sneak in his par already, and there's Kozlowski.
You saw him on the good catch there. He snuck in early after Seth's putt there, but
it's a Katrina Allen style, Corey.
yeah, just walk up, go, sneak, go.
I'm out. Peace.
Yep. See you at the next one. Speaking of out, Katrina Allen's baby is out. Congrats to her.
Oh, is it?
Austin.
Oh, that's awesome, man. that was a heck of a segue, buddy.
Yeah, you like that?
I did. Hold on.
9.
What's the what? What?
Yes.
What are we doing, Corey?
Yes, that is a lot of what we're doing. Is what, how, when, where, why.
Oh
Off
my
the tee,
gosh.
really all you can see are those flags that are hung up off to the left side there. You want to essentially throw it at them with the flippiest disc that you have and turn down this hill. It's one of those shots that keeps going down. So it's all about ground control and nuzzling it short and letting it maybe trickle down to it. Such a tough green.
Day's circle 2 fairways edge after that.
Yeah, not really where you want to be on this green,
Lefty advantage for Kim.
I think this is one of those righty backhand
Fake?
holes masquerading as a sidearm or lefty hole,
Yeah, copy.
Like the flicks in these type of shots are maybe easier to get to 40 or 50 feet, but to actually get it down onto that green for like a comfy putt, I think the righty backhand is a better option.
Martin's forehand is underway.
Pushed it
Best of the
further.
bunch.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Second for Kim. Technical little layup. He does that pretty well.
Yeah, I really like how these logs fell and they kind of acted as like a natural terracing.
And this is a cool hole, Corey.
Very unique.
Really, yeah, really unique, man. Yeah. Kozlowski, that settles close enough for par. And Day, long look at birdie.
Yeah, no reason to like get some speed behind this. You don't want this thing gliding at the basket.
Martin for a stroke on the card. Ooh, good settle. Kim. Par is on the pole for Kai. Coming back up the hill for par, Kozlowski. Ooh, high in the chains, but does the job. Got away with that one, man.
Not the most confident make, but you'll take those.
If you're Nicholas Entela, that comes out.
Oh, wow, too soon.
Sorry. Going to Martin for par. Everybody keeps calling that. Oh my gosh, Kessler. You're not that guy.
No.
That's me.
I know. Stop doing a me impression. Hey, you just won singles and doubles this week at your local course. Well, that's not you.
I did.
You're
Let's
elevated.
go. Right now I'm playing pretty easy.
Man, this was tough. Like to film, to shoot, anything. Like the sun was ripping in our eyes. You can see how backlit they are. The disc is.
For sure.
What
That was a 9, Corey. Wow,
Yes,
man, that flew by.
I know. Great golf, good people, amazing property. I'm so stoked for the back.
Man, I cannot wait to watch it. Thank you guys for joining us for the front. We'll catch you in the back.